been a long time, I know, whatever. I don't have my phone, my script. Duh. Nigga, that's the one thing Hello, welcome to my channel. This video is all about money, so if you're in university and very broke like me, you might not want to watch this one. There's a popular saying that you definitely heard before. They say money can't buy happiness. And I say, shut up. I know there's a lot of rich models and rappers who are like depressed and suicidal, but whatever. No matter what you say, you'll always be happier with money than without it. Like for me, I actually stopped opening my banking app because every time I looked at it, I would... Every time I looked at my balance, I'd get really upset. So I just don't look anymore, and it puts me in a bad mood. So speaking of words that begin with a B and end with a D, let's talk about billionaires. Billionaires have been going under the heat lately on Twitter and other places that don't matter because some people think that they are too rich. Obviously, my initial reaction was mind your business because that's not your money, but there actually is a great discussion to be had, so let's have it. The premise is, billionaires have so much money that they'll never use all of it in their lifetimes, so why do they have it? I don't think most people know how big the number billion is, so I've created a fun little exercise, guys. Do it along from home if you want to. We're gonna count to 1 billion together, so just follow me. Okay, so 1, 2, 31 years, 251 days, 7 hours and 46 minutes later. Oh, and 40 seconds. Everyone knows with big numbers, big money, it goes from 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 to 1 million. But then there's like a weird sort of like misty fuzz between what goes from 1 million to 1 billion. See, I used to think that 1 billion was 1,000 millions because 1 million is 1,000 thousands. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. So here, the zeros go from there over to there. So surely it would be 1,000 millions. But no, £1 billion is a million. Okay, me again. Embarrassing. I got the maths wrong. I should have seen that coming. I suck at maths. 1 billion actually isn't a million millions, it's just 1,000 millions, but keep watching the video. I did some research, probably not accurate. In your entire life, from baby to 86-year-old man, probably, or woman, or whatever you think you are, you only spend around roughly £3 million or $4-ish million on everything. Food, life, your clothes, house, tuition fees, school, studies, iPhones, MacBooks, anything. It will be roughly around 3 million for your entire life. So when you say a billionaire is a million, a billionaire could pay for the entire lives of 333 people and still have enough money to live their own life comfortably because they'd be a multi-millionaire. And that's only a billion. The richest man on earth right now, I think, is Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, whatever his name is. They have around 100 billion. So that means they could literally pay for the lives from start to finish of 333,000 people and they'd still have millions in the bank. Now, I wish this wasn't the case, but the world is a bad place. Things like poverty, homelessness, and K-pop exist, but the billionaires are so rich they could actually stop world hunger if they came together. And yet, they don't. And that's the issue. Why don't billionaires take this excess richness and put it to good use? So there's a lot of arguments for and against and counters, but I'll go into it in an organized fashion. Firstly, it's not their problem. People dying of starvation, hunger, and dehydration is really sad and all, but why should they care? It's a really crude question to ask, but there's no legal obligation for them to actually put money into a good cause. Sure, it isn't their issue, and it's not their fault that people are poor, but if they could do something to help on such a grand scale, then why shouldn't they do something to help? The big counter argument is, you wouldn't like it if people came to your house and said that you should give money to people who are starving or whatever, would you? Well, that's where you're wrong, because money to me and money to a millionaire are two different things. Two different words, actually. I say money, but for them, they pronounce it money. I have money. Bitch, where? Regular, check to check, 9 to 5 money. Even though I don't have a job right now, because I never want to get another one, because I hate working for people, but I still have regular people money, which means that, say you're at a clothing store, right? You're buying some clothes, you find a really peng looking jacket, yeah, but you can't find a price tag on it, like someone's like torn it off or something. So you go to the employee and you ask her, how much is this? And she's like, oh, I don't know, damn bitch. She doesn't know anything. So she's like, oh, just go to the cashier inside and he'll scan it for you. So you go all the way to the till, wait in the line for God knows how long. And you're like, I just want to know how much it costs. I don't know if I want it yet. And they're like, oh, that's all right. That will be $250. And you're like, $250 for a jacket? 250 good pounds for a jacket? What? And then you have to do the walk of shame back to your shopping. But a billionaire has so much money. Money. They have so much money that they don't even think about little things like this. They pick up whatever they want on the shelves. They're not even in the stores. They're getting their assistants to go to the stores. They have people do all these mundane things for them. So the common defense of billionaires, hey, nobody would expect you to give up 80% of your money to end poverty. But that's because 80% of my money will not do a damn thing. I'll have like 20p left firstly, but 80% of a billionaire's money is so much in comparison. So the common defense that if you had 80% of your life savings taken away from you, then you would die. Well, of course, because I'm poor, but a billionaire is rich. Don't you understand? Rich, Richard. He could live comfortably with 80% of his life savings gone because he's a billionaire. You dumbass. Actually, forget lifetime. Most of these niggas are like 8 years old anyway. Let's look it up actually. I'm gonna search list of billionaires. Right now, the 4th richest person in the world is called Warren Buffett. He's a net worth of $85 million and he is 89 years old. Sorry, did you hear that? He is 89 years old. 89 years old. I mean, what are you doing with all that money? Old man, you're gonna die soon. Come on. Chop chop. Okay, that was really mean. Sorry. I don't mean to be crude, but we all know it's true. Like, you're on your last days on this earth and you're hoarding all of this. A quick note, obviously he doesn't actually have 85 million in his actual bank right now, but it means that he's worth around that much. So all the investments he has, so he's rich. Okay, that's all that matters. He's rich enough, but he doesn't actually have 85 million. That's not what I'm trying to say. Well, actually I should Google it first. If he's someone he gives to charity, I'll feel really bad, but I guarantee you he isn't.
A few moments later.
Oh, he's pledged to give 99% of his fortune. I feel so bad. You're a legend. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry from my heart. He's been referred to as the oracle or sage because he's always giving away his immense wealth and he's such a nice person. Oh, I feel so bad. Okay, let's go to the other old guy in the list. He's 83. He must be a bad person. He's from Spain too. They're all evil. That's right here. That's why they want to build a wall. Does he give to charity? Please say no. Please say no. Please say no. Yeah, nothing about charity, you old man. Yeah, take that. Anyway, but all this kind of sounds like whining, doesn't it? Right? Like, oh, give us some of your money. You're so rich. Come on, it's not fair. That sounds like bitching to me. Like, if I care so much about poverty and people dying and whatever, then why don't I do something about it, huh? Do you agree with that argument? Then you're wrong. The rich and the companies of the world have forced this narrative into the public that we are the issue. That we are the reason the world is ending because climate, or that people are dying in poverty. Like, do you know how many times I've seen an advert? I know most of you guys have too. How many times have you seen an advert? An African child crying, staring at the camera like his life depends on it, with this slow violin music playing, and they're asking me to give a small donation, please, please. I feel awful because I hate to think that people are out there who are suffering and I'm not doing anything about it. Like, the guilt trip is real. I've given money to Wikipedia because I felt bad for Wikipedia. I feel bad for every homeless person I walk past on the street that talks to me because I just feel like, damn, you're a person. Why am I ignoring you like you don't exist? I feel so bad. But at the same time, why is it my problem? Like, I am poor. I am one poor individual. When we have businesses that capitalize on child labor and billionaires that are stinking rich but do nothing to stop poverty, why is it me, little old Chidz hustle, whose fault it is for the world being a crap hole? Like, I don't have money like that. Let's go to a smaller scale, okay? Climate change. The other day I went to Tesco, yeah? I got biscuits and like some crisps, only 2 little things, but I left my bag at home. So I went to the cashier and I was like, oh, can I get a bag with that? And he gave me the dirtiest look. He was like, and he had the audacity to say, you've only got 2 items. Are you sure you really want a bag? Like, save the environment, man. And I was like, I'm suffering. I know the issue is that, plastic is bad for the environment and you should avoid using them, but sorry, why is this my problem? Like, why is this my problem? Why is little old me, why is little old me being pressured not to use one plastic bag when big old Kanye West and DJ Khaled are getting off their private jets to say hi to each other? And getting back onto their planes, their private planes, and flying off. Do you know how much gas that fast plane, that flatulent plane is emitting? Do you know how much carbon dioxide is in the air? And yet I'm the one killing the environment for buying an extra Tesco bag, but not Kanye West and everyone who's rich and using unnecessary amounts of gas. Like the mentality that the average person, nigga, put that. I'm messing up. I should drink some water. Like the mentality that
why are we still here?
The thought process that the average person is the cause of such big issues is ridiculous. Did you know that half of the carbon dioxide in the world is made by the wealthy people? Half of the gas is caused by the rich. And that makes sense because the rich are the only ones doing all this flashy stuff like getting private jets for no reason. You don't need a private jet. You can get a jet with the other people. So I got kind of heated. Speaking of heat, my shower has this weird, it's got an eco-friendly setting and it shouldn't be called that. Very misleading. It's actually freeze your tits off setting. I tried using it because I'm like, I kind of like the environment. I want to save it. But I was freezing in there. I'm like, am I really making a difference? No, I'm not. So why am I going to make myself suffer in the cold shower when I'm not making any difference? I know it's a bad mentality, sure, if everyone thought like me, then nothing would change. But hey, It's the rich, not me. I'm like, yeah, the rich people can not, you know, ride private jets and give a crap about carbon emissions, but why should they? Why should billionaires care about the rest of us? They're gonna die before the climate changes even make a difference, so why should they care? And that's a really good question. Because yeah, people are dying and people are starving, but whatever. And yeah, you can help them if you wanted to, but no matter what you say, no matter how well you argue, we can't make billionaires be good people because the money they have is theirs and they earned it. Or did they? Join me in part 2 as I talk about how people became billionaires in the first place via exploiting their workers, inhumane labor, and how they pay less taxes than the regular working citizen. Anyway, that's it for the video. Wow, I didn't think I'd ever do that. It's been so long, guys. I know I'm gonna talk about why my channel's gone for now, but hope you enjoyed this video. It's really deep and not what I usually do, but like I felt kind of passionate about it, so I wanted to do it. Been a long time since I talked in front of the camera. I felt kind of weird. I got a blocked nose, kind of, so I'm a bit stuffy. I got piercings, by the way. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, if you're interested in this topic, let me know. Do you think billionaires should exist? Yes or no? Vote in the poll up there. And if you enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and you know the gist. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. I got my wits to follow me.